Hey, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm Wood. In this series, we're comparing two accounts that I started at the same time on the same day, and I'm playing the same way with one major difference. One account is free to play, the other has a monthly spending budget. It's day 30. Let's go collect our high Khatun and check our progress. Hey, thanks for joining me again. It is day 30 on the free-to-play versus budget experiment, and time to go collect our high Khatun. So I was going for the prism crystals for so high Khatun's behind me. Now she's on the account. This is exciting because we didn't have a speed lead, we didn't have a speed booster yet on either account. So there's high Khatun. Okay, so high Khatun, I think most people know her skills by now. On her A1, she attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed for 2 turns. And so the 30% decreased speed on her A1 is really nice. It books up to a 40% chance, and then you can put sniper on her with your masteries. A lot of people don't 6-star high Khatun. I haven't decided yet. It's going to depend on what else we get in the future. If we keep going and we don't have Arbiter yet, and she seems like the next logical step, then that's what I'll plan on doing. On her A2, when she's ascended to 3-star, fills the turn meters of all allies by 15% and places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. So she not only has the decreased speed on single target, she also has the increased speed on your team after giving everybody a 15% speed boost. And so it's, that's huge. And if you can keep everybody speed tuned with her within 15% of her speed, when she gives that speed boost, then you can pretty much assure that you're going to have the next turn. So it's nice. Her A3, she attacks all enemies and has a 50% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 15%. So if she takes another turn after giving the speed boost, if you put her maybe in Relentless, although you may not do that if you can't get the speed that you need for her, but she can also decrease the turn meter of the other team by 15%, or a boss, or whoever it is. Plus so her kit is all about speed. The other nice thing about high Khatun is that her base stats are pretty good. I can't even remember what they are right now, but I'll go in here and look. Her base stats, I've always been able to keep her pretty tanky and keep her alive. She doesn't have a ton of HP for an epic, but her base defense is really nice at 11. It's almost 1200 base defense. We're not really worried about her attack. I think all of her skills are based on attack. Yeah. Well, the 2 she does damage on are based on attack. And but she's got a pretty fast, for an epic, she's not the fastest in the game, but she does have a pretty fast base speed, and you can kind of keep her alive this way. She does have some crit rate and crit damage in her base stats, plus some resistance. No accuracy, and I kind of wish she had some accuracy on her base because of the turn meter that she does. Reducing turn meter, you need accuracy for that, and also to apply the decreased speed on her A1. That one works really well. In fact, I always talk about my main account because that's where my experience in the game mostly is. On my main account, I still use a high Khatun in my Scarab boss team. I have her in a shield set, and that decreased speed is important for her to place on the Scarab boss so we can keep his turn meter down. Yeah, I have her in a shield set. She's not super fast. She can't be the fastest on the team because she's not the one applying the shield for the Scarab. But I actually still use a team like that, it's kind of an old way of doing Scarab, but it works. So yeah, high Khatun is really good, and I'm excited just have the speed aura in all battles by 19%. So wherever you put her in the game, she's giving you that 19% speed aura. A lot of champions in the game, they'll have a speed aura, but it'll be conditional. Hers works everywhere you go. So she will be built at least to 50 soon on both accounts, and immediately she'll be slotting into arena teams. It's going to give us a huge boost. I'm going to go through this searching by priority stats on the gear is so nice. we haven't had this in the past, and it's a relatively new feature, we're just going to go high on speed, and we're going to search equipped. And because we have the free gearing event going on right now, it's really it'll be really cool to be able to swap some gear around without it charging us any silver. All right, Monk is going to lose these boots. I think those are nice to have some accuracy on them. Yeah, everything else is 4-star. So I think Monk's going to lose. I'm going to hit fitting room here, and we're just going to make sure of our build. I did get a spirit host yesterday. I opened 3 ancient shards just to get some more energy, and I did it on both accounts. It's going to turn out to be a mistake on the free to play. Free to play, I'm probably not going to have the energy. We're on day 30, which means we're going to get all of our weekly and monthly quests refreshed, and that's quite a bit of energy right there that we'll be able to pick up. I'm not sure that I'm going to have the energy to finish the Dungeon Divers event that I wanted to do to get the prism crystals. So I'm a little, I'm a lot actually. I'm disappointed in that. What's this shield doing? Ooh, triple speed. There we go. Let's check that out. And so I'm pretty disappointed about that on the free to play. It looks like I'll be able to do it on the budget account, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. We'll probably have to rob Monk's helm here. Monk doesn't have to be the fastest, so I don't feel too bad robbing some of his speed gear to make Khatun fast. And then Padma, we'll have to take care of her also. I don't have a faster. Yeah, that's all I've got is one single roll on a 4-star. That's not good. We're gonna look for some upgrades soon. What does this guy have? Let's roll this up to 12. I know it's flat HP, but let's roll it up to 12 anyway and see what we can get. Oh, that's good. Let's do that one instead. Troglodyte. I had a troglodyte that I was using in Lizardmen. It worked out. It actually worked out. And do we have... Wow, we have one gauntlet. Don't have anything else. The other way we can do this, if you're just looking for one piece, you can just hit that and... Oh. No rolls into speed on that one. Let's see what we get here. So nice to have that free regearing event going on. Got one into speed there. Let's just see. We do have an artifact. We do have an artifact enhancement going on right now, so it makes me not feel so bad about rolling some gear up. Yeah, that looks like going to be our fastest. Okay, so without doing anything else, no glyphs, no nothing, we are already, we're 30 days in, we're up to 222 speed for our fastest champion. So that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. She doesn't have, yeah. I mean, and this could be enhanced quite a bit. So check that out. Okay. So now she's got 3 speed sets on. If we were able to get some good perception gear that had a lot of speed on it, I would switch her to perception, because you'll see she doesn't have hardly any more accuracy on. She's got 48 more accuracy. That's not good enough to put the decreased speed on any of the bosses that we're going to be facing. We're going to want to have her ascended also, because the speed buff that she puts on the team is only a 15% speed buff if she's not ascended. So we're definitely going to want to ascend her. But I'm not too worried about booking her yet. I mean, I may book her in the future, but the epic books are really precious right now. And Stag Knight and Padma, I would say, are both a priority over her. There's a champion training tournament going on right now. This is important. Let's get it taken care of. I don't really like to do the potion the potion mixing. I don't really like to do that I mean, sometimes you have to do it for a quest or whatever, but I don't really like to do that. But so that 222 speed, I know that doesn't seem like a ton, but that's going to win us some battles that we would not have won before. Let's be bold. See, this is a high-powered team as far as team power goes. You know, with 2 champions in, they're averaging way higher team power than we are. All right, let's put Khatun in. I'm just going to show you. She doesn't have to be built. we don't even have to build her for her to be effectual and important in... all right, so we are going to rally the Horde as a #1 priority. And then we'll just let her AI take over from there. And Stagnite, I have him priority here. He also, you know, this A2 of his, it's a really good A2, but when it's not booked and he doesn't have the sniper mastery, it's not very, it's not very reliable. So he needs to be booked. That's our next priority. Athel, you know, she's got highest priority on her self buff, and then 2 on Divine Blades. And then Taragi, I just have him... Oh, because I moved him. Okay. I want him to prioritize, because we're in Arena right now, I want him to prioritize the Provoke. Taragi's so good. He works in so many places. I failed to mention, yesterday, I showed on the budget account, my Taragi was able to solo the stage of Scarab on Doom Tower, on floor 20. On Doom Tower. And I know that it's normal Doom Tower, it's not that tough, but Taragi's able to solo that stage on my budget account. I didn't think he'd be able to do it on my free to play here, because he's not in regen gear on my free to play. He's got 1 set of Immortal, and I didn't think it would be enough healing, but his heal is so good on his A3. And it cycled enough times. He has enough defense. He was able to survive the fight, and all he has to do is survive, because his damage is done passively through the poisons that are put on through his passive. So yeah, it worked really well. And so I was able to make a whole bunch more Doom Tower progress on the free to play as well as the budget account. So that was nice. Let's try this. I'm pretty much, it's a foregone conclusion to me that I'm going to be faster already. I'm probably not speed tuned with my Khatun, but the speed boost and the speed buff that she does is probably going to be enough that we're at least going to be able to cycle through one round of our turns before this enemy team gets a turn. Oh, they're tanky though. Oh, but the Provoke helps. Her heal is nice. War Priest does a heal. Okay, and Gallic is probably going to kill us all here. No, he doesn't hit that hard either. That's funny. I wonder why. He's tanky though. That's a tanky Gallic. But we can wear him down. Yeah, this is way too long of a fight. This is taking way too long. But that works great. And that fight, I'm sure those 2 were probably faster than my team before I had Khatun in my lead. So that's pretty nice. Let's take a fight that we would normally lose a speed race in. So on this fight, we've got Sun Wukong in the lead, and you can see his speed aura is 28%. So it's a higher speed aura. I have a suspicion that my Khatun that I just built after only playing for 30 days is faster than that Khatun or than that Sun Wukong. Let's see. We probably lose this fight anyway. We're weak affinity to their Rathalos and everything with our damage. Yep, we're faster. We're probably going to lose anyway, but I just wanted to see if we were faster or not. Yeah, we're going to lose. But my point is, the speed is really important. So if I can get my Athel hitting harder, yeah, this is a bad fight for us. But we went faster, And that's the important thing. Just getting your high Khatun into the lead, putting your fastest speed gear on, that makes a huge difference in these fights. I sacrificed one there. I knew we were probably going to lose that one, but it's important to note that we're going to be faster in a lot of these Gold 1 fights. If I'm able to get Athel hitting harder and get my Stagnite so that his decreased defense lands a lot more reliably and consistently, we're probably going to win some of those fights. Not yet, but very soon we're going to win some of those fights. So that's some fun there, and now we're going to be able to slot her into a tag team also, probably, and then we can move Adeline out. But that's going to improve our tag team a lot also. The next step will be getting Athel to hit a lot harder. That's what we have to do, or pick up a better nuker, and that's going to be. But for right now, while we have her built, she's our best option for nuking. So in arena, that's where we have to settle for right now. We'll be picking up somebody better, I'm sure, fairly soon. A lot of the champions you pick up in this game are damage dealers. So, and then we had the Forge Pass start this morning also, and Forge Pass is really good. These rewards, you can collect all these rewards free to play. You just go through each day and take out these daily challenges. We're not going to get that mythical 6-star gear free to play, but these rewards on this top row are really nice. Now if you unlock these down here by spending, those are great rewards also. I mean, you can see the difference between some of them, and it's a big difference. It multiplies it greatly, but it costs you some money. So that probably is something I will be spending on for the budget account. A couple of days I'll be able to spend some more money to stay consistent with my monthly budget. And I think Forge Pass and Daily Gem Pack are the two things that to me are the most efficient use of money in this game. There is no efficient use of money in this game, but for this game, I think it makes most sense. Yeah, see, this reward that you get here, this 6 pieces of 6-star mythical in this Instinct set, and there's mixed reviews on the Instinct set. I actually really like the Instinct set. It's a 4-piece set that gives 12% speed, so it's the same speed boost as a 2-piece speed, okay, but you're ignoring 20% of the enemy defense also. So it's kind of a hybrid between savage or lethal and speed. Being a 4-piece set, then you could fill in with either perception or speed or a cruel set or something like that to ignore some more defense, just depending on how you're building. But for a damage dealer, I think it's a pretty nice set, and we've noticed some of the meta has been changing recently, like in Live Arena. Well, when Live Arena came out, it sort of changed anyway. Speed became a lot more important, even on your nukers, damage dealers, and everything. We were getting to a point where speed wasn't really the meta, and then when Live Arena came out, it sort of shifted back, and now speed really is important on all of your damage dealers. Doom Tower's been really nice. We've been able to use all of our keys now, and at the lower levels of Doom Tower, the key usage isn't that efficient, but at least you're farming some of the materials. For normal Doom Tower, it's exciting. I'm excited about being able to do normal Doom Tower. So it does look like I'm gonna leave this here. I want to build her on this too and see. I farmed Palace of Aravia stage on campaign for quite a bit, trying to pick up rare 5-star pieces of speed, and really didn't pick up very many that had speed as a substat. So yeah, this is, and I did farm dragon. That entire dragon tournament, I farmed up to the top reward of the dragon tournament. Nothing. So that's not good. We're struggling on speed here. We need some luck. Let's have some luck this time. No, we have crit rate. That is not good. Let's get 1 speed. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. That's shockingly bad. Let's see if we can get a couple of rolls into speed on this one. Oh. You see how it goes sometimes. Into attack instead of speed. Let's see about this one. This is a 4-star. Let's see what we get. Wow. That almost feels like it just wanted to do that, you know, like just to rub our noses in it. That's okay. Let's try one more. I'm not using too much silver here. Oh, really? We are allergic to speed rolls in this account. Oh man, that is shocking almost. I can't, it's hard to believe. It really is kind of hard to believe. We just rolled 4 helms, not one roll into a speed substat that we had. Okay. But even with that, 211 speed. That's not terrible. We did have to remove our Taragi gloves though, so we are going to have to replace those. But yeah, that is really, really terrible. That's bad. So, but 211 speed, that's not nothing. We will be able to slot her into the team, into the arena team, and she'll help us out there. Yeah, so it looks like we will be able to finish. Oh, and that gave us some points in the artifact enhancement event, which gives us some energy. So I'll come back in and get that later. The artifact enhancement event also has some prism crystals in it, which is really nice. I just don't have the silver to be able to get the prism crystals from that artifact enhancement event. I wish I did. I'm going to be able to get some of the rewards for the artifact enhancement, but not very many. It's really tough. I thought the Dungeon Divers was going to be within reach for both accounts, but the free-to-play just didn't have the gems. I do have the gems on the budget, but it isn't because of spending. So far, because of spending, that's been pretty much an RNG thing. We've had better luck with some of the missions and challenges on the budget account than we have on the free-to-play. And I spent quite a few gems trying to farm a Diabolist, last week at one point, and it just we're kind of depleted on gems, and I just don't want to use all of them to be able to get this prism. So we do have one prism summon for the free to play. If I had the gems, I would use them to be able to get to be able to farm enough to get up to this reward, up to the prism crystals. Yeah, you can see there the prism crystals are at 2,500. We are almost to 2,000. Time-wise, I think we've got enough time to finish the event. And like I said, because we're on day 30, all of our monthly and weekly quests are going to refresh, and there's quite a bit of energy in there to be collected. Some of it we won't be able to do today, but a couple of them we will be able to do today, and that will help a lot towards the energy to be able to do that, especially for the budget. And then if I need to supplement with some more gems, I can do that on the budget, but on the free to play, I'm just not going to be able to do it. And it's kind of sad, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And that's just RNG. That has nothing to do with spending on either of these accounts. Hell Hades and Odd One did a video last week about the irrelevance of dungeons in the game, and I had mixed feelings about it. For example, where do you get stun gear if you don't farm dungeons? You need stun sets, especially with Centranos. Late game, you need stun sets now. Early game, you need lifesteal. You need a couple of good sets of cursed gear, and you need some provoke gear. So there is still some application for dungeons. It's really, it's very difficult to find good pieces, and so like I said, I had some mixed feelings, that when they came out with those 2 videos about the irrelevance of dungeons. But I think it's not 100% that they're not 100% irrelevant. But when you put so much energy into a dragon tournament that has 3 times lifesteal, and you hardly get any useful lifesteal out of it, nor do you get hardly any useful speed pieces, it's when you're early game like this, it's really tough. Some gear sets together that you can actually use, and it's all RNG. So, all right, this is one we'll win. We're obviously going to win the speed race on this one. Nobody at this stage in the game is building their nukers faster than my speed booster. So, Yeah, this is the kind of wins we're gonna get. We still have to. Okay, so yeah, I have to fix my War Maiden. Her speed, it's just she's got to be faster. So we need better speed shields. We need better speed gear. If we pick up some better speed gear, we'll put it right on our high Khatun, and then that'll filter down to our debuffers and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's exciting too. Happy to have a good speed booster on the team. Not one that you really have to put much into. I mean, if she's going to survive long fights and you're going to use her other places in the game, obviously we have to build her. But to do the job of speed boosting and putting the speed buff on our team, she's already doing that job. She doesn't need to be booked for it. She doesn't need to. All you saw what we had to do. We had to put our fastest gear on, and then we had to ascend her, and that's it. That's really nice. It's a nice thing to have a speed booster that has an aura, and then all of her kit is about speed. So she won't be the best for us for forever, but for right now, she'll work really well, and she'll be sufficient until we have something better that's more useful, like Arbiter. Arbiter actually might be our next speed booster that is better than High Khatun. Yeah, so it's a good idea when each day go into these passes, into the daily challenges, and just look and see. I have forgotten before, and then just get to the end of the day, and it's like, oh, I could have done this all day long, and I just forgot to check and see what it was. So this one is win 3 classic arena battles using at least one magic champion. That's easy for us because Athel is our only magic champion that is a good nuker on our account, and that's what we use in all of our arena battles. But if you have more diversity in your roster, and you don't have somebody that you use regularly for arena, you might miss this mission just because you didn't check on it. And then we will obviously use a Demon Lord key. So so it's a good idea to check those each day. And like I said, we'll finish this Dungeon Divers for the budget account, but not the free to play. Like I said, that's a bummer. Oh, also, I was wrong. Okay. We have a Deck of Fate coming up in, less than 7 hours from now from the time I'm recording this. So it'll be Friday morning when it's early. It'll be early Friday morning when this starts for most people in the world. And I was thinking let's hold on to the Prism summons until we see if there's a champion chase tournament coming up. And it looks like instead of having a champion chase tournament, they're going to have this Deck of Fate. And that, that's kind of terrible. It's because it says summoning on the news. It says it's going to be summoning, and I can't remember what the other one was. I know summoning was part of that Deck of Fate, and usually they don't run simultaneous summoning events. So running a champion chase would be counter to everything they've done in the past. And in the past, those Deck of Fate events, they don't include prisms as part of what gives you points or coins or whatever you're earning for the Deck of Fate events. And so with this Deck of Fate, what normally happens is we have events where we can earn these coins, and whatever the coin system that they have is based on, you do that activity, you earn your coins, and then it costs a certain number of coins to turn over these cards. So, they're placed out in a matrix, and you turn cards over, and you get the rewards that are in these cards. And this Deck of Fate seems like it's going to be pretty good because it'll have at least one. It has one reaction banner for each faction. So of all the 15 factions, there will be one banner, and that's to commemorate Plarium's 15th anniversary being in business. It looks like we'll have some other things, like maybe some mythical chaos ore and a legendary book. But I just wanted to point out, it looks like we won't be getting any points for saving our prism crystals until the last day, but I'm still going to wait until tomorrow. I'll summon all those tomorrow. I think I'll have 3 on my main account, and I'll have 2 on the budget. I'll have 1 on the free to play. So the video I record tomorrow, I'm just going to summon all those things, and that'll be kind of fun. I think we're also going to have primal shards. We're going to have like a 2 times on primal shards for mythical, legendary, and epic champions. And so that'll be kind of fun also. I think I've got a dozen. We have 1 each on on the free to play and the budget account. And doing one of those, I don't think we're risking not doing a fusion by summoning one of those. So we'll probably be summoning those also. And I'm going to be farming Spider 10 until we have enough points to pick up those prism shards, or the prism crystals for the prism summon. It's disappointing. Like I said, it's really disappointing that we're not going to be able to get that on the free-to-play account. Over here on the free-to-play, though, I got up to Griffin. Not sure we can do Griffin. I think putting Resistance Aura is probably the best aura to put on here. And then let's cycle Decrease Attack a lot. Yeah, let's try that. Not, like I said, not sure we'd be able to do Griffin. Griffin, what he does, he'll steal all your buffs. Or if he has any debuffs on him, he has a certain skill where he just puts all of the debuffs from him. He just transfers them to your whole team. So for every one he has, he gives one of those to each of your teammates. And it can really take you down. And if you don't take him down quickly, he can be a real problem. The more turns he takes, the tougher he is to kill, and the faster he starts taking turns, his speed goes way up. There's just a whole bunch of mechanics to him that make him difficult to deal with. Okay, so that weaken that we have now, he's going to want to put that on our whole team here. Oh, but looks like we resist. Oh no, maybe that's his A2 skill that he does that. Yeah. Yeah, looks like we can do this one. Good. But if this fight was to go on too long, and then the smite, that's really good. Do you see how he transferred that decrease attack and weaken to a couple of members of the team? And he does a single target attack, and it can turn into a pretty wicked attack also. Good. Smite. He was smitten. And now we are victorious. That's really cool. Like I said, I didn't think 30 days in we'd be doing this much in Doom Tower. I knew Doom Tower was achievable pretty soon in the game, but I didn't think it would be this fast. So pretty excited about that. We'll start an auto climb here. Yeah, I thought I'd have to have at least 5 level 60s, for this, and we're still only at 6 stars, and 2 of them aren't even to level 60 yet. So we're still working on it. But another cool thing I found out earlier today also, there's a quest, or a daily challenge thing that comes from the Forge Pass. And one of them that sometimes happens is, it just says randomly defeat 50 Void Champions. And I had used all my energy already on the free-to-play account, and I didn't have any energy left, and I thought, where am I going to find 50 Void Champions to go through? Because there are some of the dungeons, the waves will have a few Void Champs in them or something to defeat, and I'm just going, I can't spend the energy to finish this one off. But I'm a box checker, and so I have to finish every quest that I can. And so what I did, I looked for a stage of Doom Tower that had Void Champions in it that I had already beaten. It doesn't cost you any keys, it doesn't cost you any energy, and I didn't know if it was going to count toward that challenge, but it did. And so I just ran that stage over and over again until I had enough, until I had defeated enough Void Champions, and that worked. And so if you're struggling with that, if that comes up for you in the future, where it's let me find it while this is going on in the background. So on the daily challenges in Forge Pass. Okay, so it's one of the daily challenges that sometimes comes up in Forge Pass. And it'll just say, defeat, 50 Spirit Champions, or defeat 50 Void Champions, or whatever. And sometimes if you're just doing other things, that can turn into one of those really, I don't want to have to go find that many champions of that affinity or whatever. And so you can run those stages of Doom Tower, and those do count for those daily challenges on the Forge Pass. So if you ever, if that's helpful to anybody, you know, it's just one of the things I didn't know if it would work or not, and I found that out today. So it's never been a problem on my main account. Those just kind of happen as you're just playing the game and just doing things in the game. So, but yeah, today where I didn't want to spend any energy doing anything else or keys or anything, it worked out well. So we will keep going with that. I'm just going to let them keep climbing in the Doom Tower here and see how far they can get. This is just great. I'm happy about the progress on that. So that's all I have for today. Thank you again for watching. Things have been progressing quite nicely, and I'm excited about the progress for the next few days. And so join me again. Please hit the subscribe if it's not too much trouble for you, and maybe the notification bell, and hey, give me a like, you know, just to be nice. So thank you. I really do. I am grateful to the people who've been watching the video, especially to you. Thank you so much. I've been Wood, and I appreciate you.